So I'll tell you 3 short stories about the work I do here at MICA. The first story takes me back to Albuquerque, New Mexico in 2008, when Oprah Winfrey in her show introduced on her stage a couple that had been yearning to become parent and had not been able to do so, who had come all the way to India, to Anand in Gujarat, which is just a few miles away from Ahmedabad, to seek the help of a surrogate to have a baby for them. On the stage was Oprah and this wonderful white young couple with a beautiful baby in their arms. And walking in from the other side of the stage was Dr. Naina Patel, who's the physician in charge of having this baby for this couple, and Oprah herself. And she announced this to the world as India's gift to the world. Now, watching this from a very communication lens and a lens of discourse, I immediately felt a little void, because the most important stakeholder in this story that was missing was the surrogate herself. Now, there was a big reason why the surrogate was not there, but that was not known at that time to me or my own scholarly community. So with few of my scholar friends, I made my first trip to India to study fertility tourism, and very quickly, in few months, I realized that India is the epicenter of fertility tourism in the world, and Anand, right here in our own Gujarat, is the hub from where most of the surrogacy transaction takes place. So it's been almost 5 to 6 years that I've been working very close with the surrogates in Anand, in a surrogate home, and working on many projects using participatory theatre, participatory music, participatory photography, drawing, to unravel the stories that are untold, that are not written down. And I've been compiling a huge manuscript with stories of the surrogates. So that's one of the projects that I've been currently involved in, where I involve a lot of our PhD students, our FPM students, our PGP students to work with me on these small little projects. The second story that I want to tell you is, I'm a very big fan of mobile phones. I am not ashamed to say so. I love expensive smartphones, not because I think they're expensive, but because I think they afford an entire lifestyle that otherwise, for people like me who are homebound, who are busy in everyday life, being a mother, being an activist, being a scholar, don't have time to do. So I use my phone effectively for every other function of my life. And coming to MICA 4 years back, the best part was working with some colleagues here who already are part of the marketing scholarship. And along with my colleague, I started working on a project on mobile marketing, how mobile phones can be used for marketing, and creating a lot of models that could become useful for marketeers for tapping their consumers. So that's the other story that has worked very well for me, and I enjoy working. My third story is a story regarding Facebook. Now, we all know we live in a very socially networked world, and MICA again is partnering with many institutes in the country, for the first time spearheading a national multi-city project where we are trying to understand the consumers, the Facebook users who are using Facebook to gratify their needs, a different kind of needs, who are using Facebook to understand what is their real self and what is their virtual self, and also to study the issues of privacy and gender in Facebook. So I'm fortunate to be leading this project for the past few years here at MICA, and we are very close to concluding the Gujarat phase of this study before we move into the other states of the country. So this is the third story I would like to share with you, among many others that MICA allows me to work with.